Did you know that there was a woman who was said to have seen more visions of the life of Jesus Christ than anyone else in history? You've probably heard me talk about her before. Her name's Anne Catherine Emmerich, a German nun and mystic and stigmatist who lived in the late 1700s and early 1800s. In her visions, she was told by our Lord that her gift of seeing the past, present, and future was greater than that possessed by anyone else in history. She was born in 1774, and then she died in 1824, and she was just 49. Her visions contain the official Nihil Obstat and Imprimatur stamps of the approval of the Catholic Church, and her gifts will astound you. I have a whole playlist on her. She didn't just witness in her visions Christ's passion. She saw the most minute details of his entire life. She was gifted with the most extraordinary mystical visions from the very beginning of her life. She said that even while in her mother's womb, she could hear and speak to her guardian angel and converse with him. Isn't that amazing? Even during childhood, she had visions of the lives of the saints and the hidden mysteries of the salvation history. So one of the gifts, like St. Padre Pio had, was the reading of hearts and the gift of bilocation. She lived almost entirely her whole life without food, subsisting only on the Eucharist and water alone the last 12 years of her life. And she bore the full stigmata, visible, the wounds of Christ. Her visions stretched across all of salvation history. She saw the fall of the angels, the creation of the world, the Garden of Eden, the fall, the Ark of the Covenant, the life of the Virgin Mary, the flight into Egypt, the hidden years of Christ's childhood, and the Passion in excruciating detail. The Immaculate Conception, of course, the death and Assumption of Mary, and even the early church and the apostles' journeys. I remember how Thomas was late to the burial, so he showed up the next day, and because of that, they opened her tomb, and that's when they saw that she was gone. She was permitted to see souls in purgatory so she could intercede for them with great power, and above all, her entire life was marked by humility, obedience, and suffering, borne with patience for the church of her time. The church was suffering great persecution at the time of her life. I don't think we see enough of her. Her visions inspired countless believers. Even Mel Gibson, as you may already know, used them as the source of material for the Passion of the Christ and the upcoming Resurrection of the Christ film, which, by the way, has officially been announced to premiere in the spring of 2027 in March on Good Friday. And then 40 days later, the second part will be on Ascension Day. So she's still a blessed after all this time and is yet to be canonized a saint due to the sheer volume of her writings and visions, because they were dictated and not written by her own hand because she was an invalid. And if you'd like me to do more videos on her, please mention it in the comments. Thanks, guys. God bless.